My name is Guy Kawasaki, and I am a venture capitalist and an entrepreneur today. I'm going to talk to you about innovation, the art of innovation. A rare moment of Guy Kawasaki humility, let me tell you, this speech tells you what I think you should do, which is very different than me claiming that this is what I did in my career. I made many mistakes in my career, so this speech reflects what I did wrong as well as what I did right. The first thing that I figured out about innovation, and it took me about 20 years to do this, is great innovation occurs when you decide you want to make meaning in the world. That is, you want to change the world and make the world a better place. If you look at the great companies, they made meaning, and as a natural outcome of that, they also made money. Apple changed the world. It made people more creative and more productive. Cisco has changed the world. And these kinds of companies, I don't think they start out with the goal of making money. Step 2 is to make a mantra. How many of you work for organizations with mission statements? These are all the Windows users. How many like your mission statements? Not one hand goes up. You must have written the mission statement. Okay, so there's a fundamental problem with mission statements. Mission statements all kind of look like this. This is the mission statement of Wendy's. The mission of Wendy's, that's what Wendy's tries to stand for. It's somewhat oxymoronic, I realize that, but healthy, fast food. 3 words that define Wendy's. The third step is to jump to the next curve. Great innovation occurs not when you duke it out on the same curve, not when you're trying to do better sameness, not when you're trying to do a slightly better, faster, cheaper Apple II. You need to jump to the next curve. Think of what your customers are benefiting from you, not what you do. If you're an ice harvester, get to the ice factory curve. If you're an ice factory, get to the refrigerator curve. If you're a refrigerator company, get to the biotech curve. Keep jumping curves. The fourth thing is to roll the dice. Are we creating something that's deep, intelligent, complete, and elegant? Because those are the 4 primary qualities of something that is successfully jumping curves. Roll the dice. The fifth thing is something I learned in the math division, but I stole it from Bobby McFerrin. Bobby McFerrin has a great song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. I will tell you that great revolutionaries, they don't worry, be crappy. This is a picture of a Macintosh 128K, shipped 25 years ago. 128K, we thought 128K was an ocean of RAM. 128K. We had a huge floppy drive, 400K. We had a humongous hard disk that was coming in 6 months, 5 megabytes. What were people going to do with 5 megabytes? But this computer, for all its revolutionary change, had some fundamental crappiness to it. Thanks to my efforts, there was no software. There was also initially no hard disk, which is okay, because if you don't have software, what would you copy? No slots, no color, no fast network is a piece of crap, but it was a revolutionary piece of crap. And I learned a very valuable lesson. If we had waited for chips to be cheap enough and fast enough and color displays and all the good stuff that eventually became a Macintosh, we would have never shipped. Perfection is the enemy of revenue. Let 100 Flower Blossom is this. At the start of great innovation, you may notice a very interesting phenomenon, which is people who you did not intend to be your customers buy your product. And they may even use it in ways you did not intend. And lots of companies freak out when this happens. Oh my God. The wrong people are buying our stuff in large quantities. Something is wrong. My advice for you is twofold. First, if this ever happens to you, take the money. Always take the money. Second piece of advice is find out from the people who are buying your product, why are they buying it, and give them more reasons. If people don't get your revolution in 10 minutes, they never get it. Cut your losses. Did I just have 2 sevens? I did? Wow. Good thing I don't suck. guy back there was really good. He would have caught that. Number 7.5 is don't be afraid of polarizing people. Great revolutions, great products, great services, they polarize people. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm not saying you should intentionally piss people off, okay? But I am telling you that if you create something great, you will piss some people off. And that's okay. The worst case scenario is that people don't care what you've done at all. The Black Panther said, burn, baby, burn. What revolutionaries do is churn, baby, churn. This is the hardest thing to learn as a revolutionary. Because to be a revolutionary and an innovator, you need to be in denial. You need to be in denial because, frankly, lots of people are going to tell you it can't be done, it shouldn't be done, it isn't necessary. And if you listen to those people and never try, you will never know. So you need to be in denial. You need to ignore the bozos and the naysayers. However, once you shift, you need to flip that bit from being in denial to listening to people as they tell you how to fix your product or service. Number 9 is you need to niche thyself. This is a good audience. I can teach you all the marketing you need to know. All the marketing you need to know. It's very simple. There's a graph. The vertical axis is the degree of uniqueness. Just how different and differentiated are you. The horizontal axis is how valuable are you. You know, I hate to take the suspense away, but we want to be in the upper right corner. You follow what I call the 10-20-30 rule. When you pitch, the optimal number of slides in the PowerPoint presentation is 10. 10, not the 50 you currently use. You should be able to give those 10 slides in 20 minutes. 20 minutes, even though you have an hour. There are 2 different reasons for this. If you are a Windows user, you need 40 minutes to make your laptop work at the projector. Right? If you are a Macintosh user, you would like to have more Q&A. 10 slides, 20 minutes, and the optimal size font for PowerPoint is 30 points. And the 11th, as a bonus to my friends here at Cisco Live, don't let the bozos grind you down. The bozos are going to try to grind you down. They're going to tell you it can't be done, it shouldn't be done, it isn't necessary. There are 2 kinds of bozos in the world. One bozo, slovenly, overweight, body odor, dandruff, rusty car, digital watch. You look at that person and you say, wow, you're a loser. And I'll tell you something. Most people know if you listen to a loser, that makes you a loser.